So today I want to talk a little bit about what I do in order to avoid a flaky wash and go. So nobody wants to have a wash day where they wash their hair, they detangle their hair, they deep condition, style, dry it, go to bed, and then wake up the next day and they have flakes all in their hair. So that is one of the worst things that you want to deal with if you're someone who has natural hair, and especially if your hair is curly and you know the struggle of just wash days in general. They take a while. No one wants to go turn around and do that again. So these are kind of the things that I do in order to avoid that, and maybe things that you can try in order to help you avoid having a flaky wash day.
I'm alone, who knows where the sun goes? I sleep at night when I'm alone. I don't need your permission to be myself when I'm alone.
So number one, you want to make sure that you are starting out on clean hair. I know sometimes people like to do wash days where they don't really wash their hair, they just add new products into their hair. So a lot of people are prone to build up, especially if you have lower porosity hair. Then you could also be more prone to having buildup in your hair. So if you're not washing out any of the product the week before, you're just starting out with flaky hair and you're just putting product on top of product, and then you're just gonna set yourself up for a flaky wash and go. So make sure you're just cleaning out the week before's products in order to have a successful wash day. The next thing that you can do is just use products in moderation. I know that's very hypocritical for me to be saying, of all people, because I like to just dump products on my hair, especially when it comes to the curl enhancing smoothie from Shea Moisture. Like, I will just basically break dance on top of that product and add it into my hair. But some products you do want to end up using the, I guess, guidelines on the back of the bottle, whatever it says, because some of them are more concentrated and a little bit of it can go a long way. So from my experience, I know the Briogeo Curl Charisma cream and the gel, for me, were two products that I know if I use too much, then it's just gonna leave my hair like sort of flaking for a couple days as the crunch in the initial product like sort of breaks out of my hair, and then the rest of the wash week is fine. But if that's too much flaking for you, then maybe using less is what you need in your wash day. So in general, sometimes just using way more than you need could lead to you having a more flaky wash day. So another thing that could help you out is just to use products that are specifically formulated to work together. By that I mean you have a greater chance of having a more successful wash day if you're using products that are, let's say, named on the back of the bottle. Like if I have the Briogeo Curl Charisma cream. So this is the leave-in defining cream, and on the back of it, it will say, for best results, layer this cream with the Curl Charisma Rice Amino Frizz Control Gel and apply to curls as directed. So that would be you going in and using the product that they said is formulated for this specific product. You do have a greater chance of having a wash and go that is less flaky. I know I just said that you could control the amount that you use. So using the amount that they suggested plus the product that they suggested is a good way to make sure that your wash and go isn't going to be as flaky once your product dries and your products have fully set in your hair. And the last thing that I typically do would be the mix test. So if I'm using a product that I've never used before, then I will typically just spread some of the product on the back of my hand for both of them and then just sort of just mix them together. So products that I know work together but are not specifically from the same brand I know the Cantu leave-in conditioner works well with the Wetline Extreme Gel. The Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Smoothie works well with the Wetline Extreme Gel. And those will work well together. But I know products that don't work well together would be the Briogeo Curl Charisma Cream. So this, along with the Wetline Extreme Gel, when I mix those two together, then I will typically get more of a chunky, like cloudy looking substance on my hand, indicating that those are not really good combos and they run the risk of flaking very easily if I add those products together and then let it dry in my hair. The combos that I typically love to just go with would just be these two together, Wetline Extreme Gel, or the Curl Enhancing Smoothie, or the Curl Enhancing Smoothie from Shea Moisture along with its gel. So those are products that I know work well together. All you have to do is just mix them together on the back of your hand and then sort of just do a test and rub your hand to see whether or not they mix well together. I'm just gonna do a few tests of some of these products. So we'll have the Curl Charisma Briogeo's Defining Cream along with the Curl Charisma Styling Gel. I just add a little bit on my hand. You have the gel next to the cream. And then you just mix those both together. It's a lot easier actually looking at it. This is how my hand turned out. The products really mixed together and I don't really see any signs of the cream and any discoloration, nothing. Like the products just mixed together. Now, if I use the Curl Enhancing Smoothie along with the flaxseed gel from also both of those being from Shea Moisture. So here's the gel. Here is the Curl Enhancing Smoothie. And you can see that those products really mix together. It's smooth, it's not chunky at all. It's almost like lotion. So the products aren't chunky. Anything that I see that's like has some color to it, if I rub my hand on it, then it just almost just is smooth and moves as if it's lotion. Next, I'm just gonna give an example of a product that I know doesn't work well together. Curl Charisma Briogeo Leave-In Defining Cream along with the Wetline Extreme Gel. Now, I haven't tried this one in my hair specifically. I just didn't like how it mixed. So I was like, nope. Yeah, this looks like terrible. Like, look at that in comparison to what the other ones. You see how chunky these pieces are. They don't really smooth out. They are very chunky. You can see maybe from this angle. It doesn't even look liquid anymore. It's almost like rubber cement, or I think that's what it's called. So that's one way that I've avoided using products that just aren't good combos to each other. Just make sure that you are testing the products. That's a good way to make sure that your products are going to work well together. So if you did enjoy this video or find it helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.
So sick of competition, I write down these